Hey everyone, it's Charlie here from the Layout Lab, coming back to you for Series 2. This series is submitted by a TikTok follower by the name of Annalise. She is an avid fan of sketching out floor plans. As you can tell, she's gone into some great detail here, and we've got some measurements and bits to play around with. So she's sent this to me via email the other day and was asking me if I could draw it out into a full digital floor plan for her. We've got the ground floor here in the middle, and we've got the upper floor here on the right hand side, and this is roughly a sketch that she's planned out of how the actual house will look like from the outside. So it's quite a good little scale actually. She's done a great job of the detail in here. We've got some thickness in walls, we've got some ideas of where things are going to go, windows, etc. So it's really detailed. And if we zoom in a little bit more on here, apologies, if we zoom in a bit more, everything's to scale on here as well. So we've got 21 feet down here. If I lock this image, you can see a little bit easier. So 21 feet for this wall here in the dining room and the kitchen. It's to scale on the squared paper here. So we can quickly go through and look at all the different dimensions. She hasn't added them all in, but I'm going to quickly run through and measure them all out shortly. So I'll do a little time lapse of me doing that so you can see them. Quite a big open plan area, nice big pantry here, big dining table for 8 people, huge outdoor patio area, nice little hot tub tucked in the corner, which is good. Family room, grand piano, love it. I'm guessing this is going to be where the TV is. Nice big L-shaped sofa. And then you go upstairs along here. There's also a section to go up and down to the basement. I'm guessing that's meant to be. Not quite sure what this room is here. But it gives us some ideas of some. This is going to be like a cloakroom. I'm guessing some wardrobes and bits in here. Big foyer. Garage, carport area, workbench at the back. And then upstairs, 4-bedroom house. Got primary up at the back here. Dressing area, ensuite, closet and linen, double sink, shower. Got a little nook up here for a TV area. Primary 2. That looks to be for them. So that looks like washroom here, toilet, shower, closet, linen, bed, side table, TV section. This looks to be like the walk-in wardrobe area for that. Can't quite get my head around where the entrance to this is. I wonder if this is here. You can only enter it through this bit. Looks interesting. Different idea. Bedroom 3. So you come up the main stairs. You got the main bath. Bedroom 3. Single bedroom. Bedroom 4. Single bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe section here. And then if we zoom back out, if we go over to the outside plan, so I'm guessing this is where you're meant to enter the upstairs floor for the main room, which is a little different layout, a bit strange. I wonder if they've gone with that just because of the way the wall would work here and you'd lose a lot of space. So anyway, it's not our drawing, that's their decision, their ideas. There's probably a reason for it, unless they've got this as like a secondary section, part of the house. Sometimes quite a nice little idea to have them away from the kids, shall we say. Cool, so we're going to jump straight in. I'm going to quickly jump in and start doing some of the measurements, and I'll type them out and get them onto the screen as we go. So I'll do a quick little time lapse and you can see where we go from there. Okay, so as you can see, I've added some dimensions in to give us a bit of a rough idea where things are. So from this point all the way to the top point is 46 feet. From this point across, 35 feet. Give us some rough measurements around just so we can start plotting out the outside of things. So I think the easiest way for us to do here is get the exterior walls up, although I know we're not square here. I think I'm just going to draw a square for the most part, and then start tacking the extra little bits on and working them out as we go. So if I just jump out, what I'm going to do is, this is the upper floor, and then this is the plan. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and we're going to solely work on this area here. So what the easiest way for me, I think, is going to be here. If I start with a zone, go 35 feet across, and then if I measure 46 feet down, and then we know roughly that is sort of that area there, roughly, give or take. As you can see, I know it's the paper's not, it's skewed slightly, so it's not perfectly to scale, but that'll give us an idea. So everything for the most part should fit within here. If we wanted to, we could really go in and zoom in a little bit more here and work out that to this point here is 46 feet, so 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and that bit on the outside. So if we say 53 instead, we could just change this to 53, and that is the whole area from start to finish. Should give us a little bit more. Maybe I miscounted there. Have I gone wrong there? Maybe it's just the way the paper's skewed, but we'll figure it out as we get there, and we'll start working out some of these areas. So if I now just lock that, we know that that is roughly the plot, and we can go from there. So we can start drawing over the top of it. Now, the way that's been drawn up here, if you look here, the wall is 15 feet apparently from this here. So I'm guessing these are corner windows. It's quite hard to tell. Yeah, because these flat bits here are where the windows are. So corner windows, window, window, corner again. So these bits of walling are on the outside of 15 feet. So the interior is 15 feet. So the easiest way we can do that is we start by doing everything in blocks is the easiest way. 15 feet by 5 feet. And then we can start getting these in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there. So that's 10 feet there. So 5 feet in, and we can start doing that. It's going to be a 45-degree angle, just the way it is, so we can get all these sort of bits perfect. So I'm going to draw now. I'm going to do 40 feet up that covers from this corner here up 15, 5 at an angle, and then loop that in and try and get that square. Let's see where we go. So if I get rid of that to start with, and then we start on the zone. So if we start down here, I reckon, roughly, and go up by 40 feet, make that square, and then we go across by 15. Is that down by 5? And then we're going to go at an angle now. Still got to work out how to get angles perfectly on here. If I go 45, oh yeah, look at that, perfect. So if we go roughly there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that wall right down so we know. So then what we can also do here is we know that this is 10 feet wide, so we can draw another zone from this corner here, go out 10 feet, bring that straight up all the way to where these bits intersect here. This corner, this exact little bit here, this is where it's going to be. So what I can now do, bring this, in fact actually it's probably just as quick to redo it, 10 feet across all the way up to it intersects at that point, and then we can go on the outside here. So we now know if I get rid of this section, this overlays into here roughly, give or take. It fits roughly according to that, so we'll put that there, and then we can do some outside walling on it. So as we did on the previous one, so jump into the wall tool, stick a quick wall around the outside, make sure it's on the outside, and we know we're starting to get somewhere now. So this is also exterior walling from here on the outside, and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going around, and I'm going to jump into another time lapse here, and I'm going to start working out some of these areas. Probably the next bit will be this kitchen area, because we know this is 21 feet here by 10 foot square. We can bolt that on, and then we can work out the full distance across here, so we can work out exactly where the measurements for this outside area should be. So bear with me a second, I'll jump into a time lapse, and let's see where we go. So what we've got so far now is we've added in this little outside area here, which is this size. Now what I need to try and figure out is, and what I need to do is align this So that's roughly it now. So if I delete this bit here, we've got a rough idea. This is not perfect. This needs tidying up a little bit more and making sure some of the angles are correct. But I'm just trying to get some measurements in because of the distances. It's a little bit tricky. So we've got, if I actually now unlock all this and just remove that, this you can start to see some areas. So we've got the carport coming in here, kitchen dining area here, outside patio area. Again, this section, this middle section here needs tidying up. So, but we're getting somewhere. We also need to try and work out some of the zoning across here, the sort of distances. We also need to make sure that we're not encroaching into the zone of this side. So if I zoom in here, these measurements are what is essentially this wall here comes across to this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I need to do is make sure that these two walls here are still 10 feet apart. So they're slightly off. So what I need to do is work out if this wall is slightly different or anything like that from there. And given that that is overhanging, which is the correct size, what I think I need to do is actually move this wall out and shrink these up a bit. So there's still a bit of work to do on this middle section here. It's going to take a little while till I get it right. So what I'm going to do, rather than doing another time lapse, I'm going to cut out here and I'll bring you back in once this is all tied in and ready to go. So we're back again now. I've got this all set up properly this time. It's perfectly accurate. We started to work on the dining room and kitchen area. This is the outside bit for the barbecue. Then we've got the carport here. We want to now work on this pantry. So I think what we need to do next is start getting that ready to go. Oh, 4 foot, enter. 9 foot, enter. So we've now got the interior. What we then need to do is work out some wall in here. So if we just run up a wall here, for example, that's on an angle, so I don't like that. It's because this hasn't pinned to the edge of there. Like so, this is going to run, because that wall here is going to run all the way along further. So let's just roughly run that out. That's going to go onto there. Then we're going to run a wall around the outside of here. Now that's a bit too full wall for me. I'll cut for a minute. At least we can just select the walls, put them on the outside. Nope, wrong one. Outside, great. And then what we should be able to do now is scoot these walls along to partner up the edge of there. If we get F into here, should be able to get that to snap to there. Perfect. And then we can unlock that, fit that in there. This needs to be 4 foot. So what I then need to do is bring that up to there, bring this one up and snap it to there. Perfect. So we've just got the pantry in, and then we're going to run this wall down here, I think. So let's zoom in here. It's a little bit difficult, but I think if I work that out incorrectly, from the inside it's 2 feet across before then the wall starts from the outside of that for 15 feet. So if we go dimensions, we go 2 feet there. And then we're going to drop a wall down here for 15 feet, give or take. Perfect. So that needs to be done. However, one's 15.5 feet. Well, I forgot that's 15.5. It should be 15. That fits right. So that sits there. Some measurements. Okay. So what I've gone here is I've overhung. So this is overhanging by 2 feet. So what I need to do, if I delete that again, this line needs to shift up to there. This needs to shift up to be in line with that. In fact, the easiest way to do that is go back that way 2 feet. And bring this to there. Fine. So that's where the pantry should be now. And then we can select this wall and bring that back in for the time being. So there's your pantry. That's right. I think, give or take. Yep, that is correct. 15 feet with that on the outside, plus and a bit more. I work that out to be. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm guessing this. I get 9 feet in here by 4 feet. So give or take, that should be right. So this is the kitchen L shape here. It goes up to the U shape. Sorry. 1, 2, 3 and a bit for the workbench. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. If we put a zone in here for the pantry, kitchen area is zoned. We need to create that into one big area now. We need to start working on this downstairs toilet area and figure that bit out, because then this is all one big open plan area by the looks of it. So you can walk all the way through here with no obstacles. So what I think we'll do is on the next episode, we'll come back in and we'll start working on that. So if I zoom out a little bit, you can see where we've got to. Now we're getting there. It's not a huge amount of work done in this episode, but it's just trying to get some of the intricacies right, because once we've got this outline done, the next floor itself will go a lot quicker because we've got the outside wall in. It was just this took forever to get right. So we're there now. We can start tidying up some of this section here. Great, so I'll catch you in episode 2. Come back, follow along, and we'll get the rest of the downstairs done. Thanks everyone. See you next episode.